Alright, so I guess as the title goes, the Coryxkenshin and the whole Markiplier issue that's been going on, and I kind of have a take on it. It's probably more of a controversial take because I'm trying to be as unbiased in the situation as I can. Understandably, most people are seeing two parties, which is Coryxkenshin and Markiplier, and why was one age restricted and the other not. As of now, me recording this, they both got the age restriction strike, I do believe. And I mean, Coryxkenshin makes some points. If we're going to a platform where we're going to be fair across the board, which YouTube more or less isn't, but they have their reasons for it. I mean, you got to set standards, you got to set guidelines, you got to have boundaries. So open fairness to do and say what you want from your standard compared to other people's standards, well, then you're going to have some bias there regardless. But so YouTube has their view, and this is their platform, and at the end of the day, they're going to do what they want, and they're going to say what they want. And yeah, they might like Markiplier more, or they might have a vendetta against Coryxkenshin. Regardless, why is he not taken off the platform? He brings in revenue, so they get a cut, he gets a cut, and as controversial as it may seem, they're going to want money at the end of the day, just as anybody else would. Now, to say that they're racist, no, I'm not even going to say maybe, kinda, sorta, because I think it would be a lot more prevalent on the platform. Not to say that it isn't there, or that there might be some questionable things there, but I'm gonna have to say that it's more of a de facto issue of just straight content creator bias in the members of the YouTube not community, but board. It's not hundreds and hundreds of employees that are just choosing and voting, who is and isn't on this platform. But it is a handful of heavy-handed individuals who have their own views and particular taste on content creators, and they might have something that they're generally aiming for, such as if they might have certain individuals that they see coming up, and this is great, and then the same algorithm that they created picks up Coryxkenshin, and they're like, hey, no, this is not what we wanted. Which, yeah, on the side of YouTube, that's their fault, it's their algorithm. But at the same time, can they stick their hands in there and manipulate the system to drop Coryxkenshin down, to take that heavy shadow that he's casting on these guys away? Yeah, they can do that. And is it wrong from Coryxkenshin's standpoint? Yes, obviously it's very wrong. He's doing the work, he puts in the effort, and he's getting those views. He's playing the system as it's to be played, and he's playing it fairly. It's you want to say life is a game? Well, I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean, we're given the rules, the guidelines, and the boundaries in which we can and cannot cross, and he's playing it, and he's playing it very modestly. And it's not to say that he's becoming like a juggernaut of the system and trying to take it over. I don't think that's what he's trying to do at all. Obviously, I mean, look at Markiplier, he's bigger, so wouldn't you say that Markiplier could be shadowing these same people as well? Yeah, which comes into the topic of what makes them different, because Markiplier would more or less be a larger content creator, but I don't think he has as many booms to take over the algorithm at a time as Coryxkenshin. If you can make the front page after being gone a couple months, and I mean, you've got a lot of move, regardless of your subscribers or your viewers, or whatever following you have, your influence.
YouTube, you guys either play favorites, you are racist, or it's a mix of the two. These are the three options, YouTube. Which one is it? Here's my proof. I've been doing YouTube a long time, okay? I never want to be that guy, oh, it's because I'm black. Oh, these issues are happening because I'm black. There have been certain situations that I looked at kind of funny. I said, It could be because of that, but nah, I ain't gonna. I'm not trying to press that. I don't want to build that narrative around my YouTube channel. This time, I can no longer let it slide. This is the situation. August 18th, I uploaded the Mortuary Assistant. A lot of you would know it got age restricted because the following video I did, I let you guys know it got age restricted. YouTube didn't tell me why. I saw that all these other YouTubers were playing the Mortuary Assistant and only my video seemed to be age restricted. And I looked for like an hour, 2 hours. I was scrolling all different types of people's video. No one else's was age restricted. So I appealed the restriction. Hey guys, I said this on the that's this similar. Now Markiplier, I don't know if you'll ever see this, but I just want you to know I have a lot of respect for you, and I didn't mean to drag you into the middle of this. Your channel just happens to be a great reference point because A, you're a really big YouTuber, and B, you're not black. So I can look at your channel, and then I can look at my channel or look at anyone else's channel, and make sure that the things in the games that you play, all that they're enforcing the rules equally to everybody. So I go to Markiplier.
Okay, so I want to get on that to say, with the issues he's coming up with playing favorites or racism, I'm not going to say that it's completely not a factor, but it could very well be. But it could be a number of factors, and I feel more likely that it's more of a favoritism thing, because to look at the type of content that's being created by both creators, if you look at the development of YouTube over time, it's constantly changed from people with crazy cat videos, you know, and homemade videos to something with a little bit more cleaner look, people doing, you know, stuff with their iPhones out and about, to doing small skits, to just making more professional content, to full-on game streaming, to people's own shows. And I think the stagnation point where we're at now is like small streamers, people who are just doing just gaming, no special effects. And I feel like maybe YouTube's trying to make that push of, hey, if you're a big content creator, you know, you need to follow the trend of everybody else to the T, or they're basically going to downvote you. And I feel like with Coryxkenshin, that's kind of what's happening. Not so much because of the type of videos that he makes, but the way that maybe they're edited, the stylization, and the biggest factor of all, uploading regularly. I think they want him to be like a giant corporate entity would do, and keep on a scheduled basis, you know, to keep people coming in, keep, you know, a consistent ad revenue stream, so they can get a consistent revenue stream from him, you know, through ads. And maybe I'm looking at this wrong in that aspect, but I kind of feel like they don't like the way that he's doing it, and that there's a little bit of a kiddie fit at the same time, you know. Instead of just coming out and talking to him, they don't want to say anything that might come back to haunt them. And I feel like that's what's going on. I feel like they're like, okay, yeah, you're a good content creator, you're bringing us, you know, revenue in, but at the same time we want you to change, so we're going to upset you by, you know, taking away a candy bar and not telling you why, such as age restricting your channel but not telling you why, and putting you through, you know, a whole assortment of things. And they're not going to tell you why, and it's terrible, but at the same time it's their platform, and if they want to talk about it, they can. And I feel like the whole reporting issue, you know, such as appealing, you know, an age restriction strike or things like that, just filing an appeal period, I think it's just on there so that it's on file, so that if there's ever a dispute or a legal dispute or anything comes up, they can say that, you know, they actually gave them the option.
Mortuary Assistant Part 3, and he had the same situation going on, and his video wasn't age restricted. So I sent the video to my YouTube rep. I said, hey, Markiplier has this situation in his video, but his isn't age restricted. They came back, and they removed my age restriction. They took it off after they already rejected my appeal. I sent them the clip of Markiplier's video that has the same thing, and they removed it. Now my YouTube rep, he was excited. He was, oh great, this is awesome. Look, Corey, they took the age restriction off. I said, why? I expected them to triple down and give Markiplier an age restriction too. But they looked at Mark's video and they used that to verify my innocence. So, oh yeah, let's give a spotlight to these black creators because we're all about diversity. All this communicates is black people aren't good enough on their own skill, on their own merits, on their own talent. So we gotta give them a spotlight. We gotta come down and raise them up so they can get some spotlight action. Well, how about you save all that YouTube black, all that fake patronage, all that fake...
Okay, so I know I did a lot of my talking in the little smaller box, but I want to talk about that as well. Okay, so I kind of feel the same way, that if you're having to acknowledge an issue that's already acknowledged by the people that are there and everybody acknowledges it, but you're having to make a big boom about it, this is for any platform. You know, I'm not saying, yeah, don't give, give credit where credit is due for content creators, and if they're black and, you know, they're making a point and they're coming up, cool, great, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're trying to make a stance like, hey, look at me, I'm not racist because I'm giving you your own specific black channel for black people, at the same time, that's creating like a form of, I guess, segregation at the same time, because like, this is for black people. Everybody else uses this. Black people over here. And it's not okay. And I kind of get where Markiplier's coming from. Not Markiplier, Coryxkenshin's coming from, sorry. And, because, you know, if I'm white and I felt like roles were reversed, I'd be like, you know, I don't need your pity bull crap. Like, just leave me on the platform and let me grow as I am. You know, you don't gotta give me my own little spotlight. You know, don't treat me like a baby. Don't try to push me forward and be like, oh, look, you're doing something. No, I'm pretty sure these people are grown adults and they can do things. And even if they're not grown adults, if they're moving forward in life and making something amazing, what's the issue? Because you feel some sort of guilt where, oh, if we don't do it, society's going to think we're racist. It's like, no, obviously if they're using your platform and they're growing, apparently society sees that you already recognize them by not pushing them down. And like this issue with Coryxkenshin that's going on, it kind of feels that way. It really does feel like you're taking a little bit of a push towards colored creators. And I feel where he's coming from with what's going on, because there aren't really any other standpoints you can look at besides the favoritism thing to say that it wouldn't be race. So I kind of see where he's coming from, but I want to lean more on the side of saying that it's not a racial topic, hopefully, but at the same time it could be. We'll never know. Anyway, you know, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. It's not a lot, it's not much, but Markiplier, great creator. Coryxkenshin, amazing creator. You know, if anything, I think we should just slam the book back on YouTube and just, hey, everybody go check him out. For Corey's view, I feel like, yeah, he's thrown into that little buckets where it was like an auto strike, and then when he went and complained about it, they're just like, yeah, no, yeah, let that one stick. And then when enough fuss was brought up about it, they're like, okay, well, even though we don't really care about him, click, click, click. You know, and then, you know what, this is going to cause too much controversy. They really are going to think we're racist, so let's go ahead and just let's give him an age restriction too, you know, Markiplier. And it's like, why? The more action you take is just like more dirt against yourself. Just stop. You know? So, I mean, from Coryxkenshin's standpoint, I definitely get it. From Markiplier voicing his opinion on it, I really like that he did that, because if you have a voice that's a lot stronger on top, use that. Why not? And a lot of people go, if I was just as powerful, I know I can't defeat them, why not just join them? And that's what happens, I would assume, with a lot of bigger content creators. They don't want to get deplatformed or brought down, so they just side with the person giving them cash. I mean, hey, people do what people do, so it's a bias deal. Anyway, I'm rambling on at this point. So, it's my view on the Coryxkenshin Markiplier age restriction deal with the whole Mortuarium game. And hey, take it, leave it, I don't care. I'll see y'all next time.